Well, I got the hard work done. Driving down yesterday, I was dead last night. Just a long day, but she turned out nice. The boys over there, Eric and Jorge at Custom Coaters of Mesa, just killed it. This is one of the reasons I use them. I've been using them for over 20 years, maybe closer to 25 or 30, but it's just them two. And man, you wouldn't believe the stuff they knock out over there and the quality that they do. I've tried other powder coaters in the past, and they're one of the best, and we love them. And usually if I give them a little heads up when I'm coming, they'll be like, oh yeah, we'll get her done. And they sure did. This was probably the quickest one I've had done yet. I think I dropped it off at 6:30 and they called me at noon. Didn't just do the chassis, they did all the little pieces too. I had the speaker boxes done. So this morning I'm gonna get them loaded with, put that lining in here. I can't think of what you call it, but it just kind of takes out the tin noise of it and sticks on. The guys over at Diamond Audio did all the speakers and all this cool stuff and sent me that stuff to put in here. So we're gonna get them put together this morning just so I can get them set aside, and then we'll get to putting that chassis together. This is the stuff I'm talking about. Serwin Vega. It's a sticky back, very heavy, dense. I love it. I've had these big old shears forever and they work good on this. I found when I was lining my woofer box with this stuff that it's very sharp. I went to go rub it in the corner and it's like aluminum or whatever, and boy, that shit laid me open pretty good. Like a big badass paper cut, but yeah. That simple. Now I just got to stick it in there. Okay, change of plans. I couldn't get it through them holes, so I cut it in half. And this stuff sticks pretty crazy, so you got to make sure you're ready once you stick it down. And don't cut your fingers like I did the first time. And I better double check just to make sure. Oh yeah, make sure the back of the speaker clears it. So that's gonna work out good. Just kind of sticking it in there, and I'll heat it up when I'm done so it doesn't come loose. All right, we got the boxes lined. Now we'll start with getting the speakers and the wiring in. The guys over at FTA made all my speaker wires and these beautiful freaking plugs that just kind of mount into the box. Worked out very nicely. So everything's real professional. And the speakers, Diamond Audio makes them. Very nice. It sounded very good. It's only gonna sound better, especially once Nathan gets over here and gives it the final tune and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about it, and Jess loves her new stereo. I don't think I've had a system in anything since the 90s. Why is he putting his speakers together first? Well, it's because I had this stuff all over my toolbox where I took it apart, and I just wanted to get it put away and out of the way. Just a little look so you can see how they plug in and stuff. I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. And now we can get on with some other projects. I'm just gonna kind of randomly be doing all kinds of stuff today, so stand by. Lots of pieces parts. So my goal is to get all this stuff put back together and try and get that bench cleaned off over there. It's a disaster. And I need to get back to work doing some paying customers besides myself, LOL. Lots of pieces parts. Yes, these are my twin sticks that I made. Nice and simple. Lots of time-consuming stuff here, that's for sure. Whoops. Wrong way, Holmes. I do that a lot, go the wrong way. Okay. And then next, my cutting brake assembly. Too nice, huh? Don't you just love it when everything goes together? Don't fight me now. There you have it. Nice and simple. And anything that's threaded, I like to run a tap through just to ensure that it goes together easily when I'm doing stuff, so just nice. And I got anti-seize on all my bolts, and I'll just start them in here just so that we have them ready to go when it's time. And I'm not looking for stuff or whatever. Usually I'll be like, Jess, where's this at? And she's like, I don't know, I didn't take it apart. But I always ask her because you never know. And the little welding door. Might need some vice grips for that. Voila. And the old tapered reamer, this is what I was telling you. Whenever you gotta open up a hole, that's the ticket. Nice and smooth and clean. And then of course, give it a little dusting just to take off the burr. Nice and smooth, other than my mess I got here. I hate messes. All right, now we can put this on. It's all Works much nicer. No more screws because I threaded it. Screws are always just not my favorite. Well, I mean, some kind of screwing is, but not screwing screws. Get my hose clamps put on here just so I know where they're at. I like to use hose clamps for a lot of stuff. They work very well. Quick and simple, all ready to go. And then next, my little handy dandy computer mount that we made. And this just bolts right through the firewall. So it's nice and simple. And then this one stacks right on top. You just don't get no cleaner than that. And then we just plug in. And then when I get the tub back, these two will bolt through the tub, and that mounts down there on the kick panel. Next, the old gas pedal mount. Yeah, I'm pretty happy how everything turned out. I mean, it took me a little longer than I expected, but at the same time, she's a sweet ride. And then we have the old cross member. And we'll go ahead and throw this cross member in here real quick, just so it's not floating around on my bench in my way. I'm gonna get my hammer and spread them open just a little bit. I don't like nothing hard to work on. Oh yeah, much better. And she fits freely. Gotta love it. And we'll go ahead and get these motor mounts hung on here. Can't wait to get this thing rolling again. My shop is a disaster when everything's apart like this, and I gotta get the race car out and start getting everything ready for Crandon. Just make sure everything's good to go. Check the fluids and stuff. Yes, sir. And next, my ADS bump stops. Amazing, they fit. After welding and all the cool stuff. Like I knew what I was doing, huh? Yep, now we'll go to the other side. And I'm putting these on because I'm not gonna put the coilovers on until we're closer to done. It's just easier to work on the thing when it's sitting nice and low, and I'll be a little easier to get the motor in there. So I'll set this right down without shocks, and it's gonna work out nice for me. Okay, next. I like these 12-point bolts. I never use fine thread just because it galds too much. I've never had trouble with these as long as you have a good crush nut, and you know, a lot of times we'll Loctite stuff before a race, but I'm gonna cut these off. And the reason I like using the 12-point on one side is because when you're out in the field, you know, you usually only have one wrench that's that size, and then this is different size, so it makes it handy where that, and not to mention, you just don't have to carry such big tools or whatever. Works very well. And I always cut the excess off. I usually leave about an 1/8 inch of threads sticking past my bolts. Nothing I hate worse than unthreading a 1/2 inch of threads for no reason. This blade cuts very nice. Lots of bolts to cut. Oh, here comes the whoa. What do you got on there? That looks pretty.
Thanks.
You look pretty.
Oh, thank you. I gotta go to the office.
I can't help it. You make me frisky.
Okay, what are we doing?
All right, I need to spin this around, and yeah, I might need your help, so.
Okay. Sorry you feel frisky and you have to grab hold of that chassis instead, but there's work to be done.
Yeah, lots of work. You always leave me when I'm getting ready to do the hard work.
Well, I'm no dummy. I'm not sure what you're trying to do here, but that was not correct. You just said video. Doing that. Hey, the moving blanket's off, Shan. You don't mind scratching it, I know. Oh well. That seems like it might fall. Doesn't look like it's supposed to go that way.
Oh, you know what? Because I didn't have the whole chassis last time. Well.
Oh yeah, you came in from the other way.
Yeah. To work this morning. Got the chassis on here. Now I went to roll the axle and it fell down, so I'm just going to use this to hold it up, help me get the links lined up. This is going to help. There we go. A lot closer. Now that should have it where it's kind of lined up good enough to where I can start this. Oh yeah, look at that. Got that, and one side at a time, right? Perfecto. Now to go to the other side. Let's see if this side goes in as easy as that other side did. Oh yeah, just like we like it, smooth like butter. This is one of the things I'm talking about. This is a 12-point wobbly, and it's just nicer to handle than a big old socket, you know, like usually it'd be 1 1/8. So, that's simple. Jess when I need her. Always gone when I need her help, damn it. Well, as I was cleaning up the rear axle to put it back in, I noticed that I didn't crimp my air locker line. And I didn't even tighten it. LOL. So I'm gonna put it in here and crimp it real quick. Yeah, good thing I didn't need it on the Rubicon. Well, luckily I caught that. Luckily it wasn't the brake line, it wasn't crimped, huh? Pretty crazy, but everybody makes mistakes, mostly me. I was probably just being lazy that day or in a hurry. There, that should hold now. All back to normal. The old meat hammer, kind of hard on my hands. That's probably why they hurt all the time. She's going together pretty good. I'm happy. Okay, next up, just to get it out of my way, this is the Brannick sway bar. That's kind of stretched up, but a lot of people ask, you know, what bar are you running? This is what I've got in it right now. Usually I run a 1.125. This is a little heavier. Maybe it's because I didn't have the 1.125, but you know, we wheeled into Rubicon. After I play with it some more, I might lighten it up, but that's what it is for now. And Brannick also makes these sway bar arms, and I don't know if you've ever seen them, but like this is a 10-degree arm, so it sticks out at an angle off the frame. The ones on my race car are 5-degree, and then they also have 0, and they'll build whatever custom stuff you want. You know, it's just whatever you prefer. Some of the stuff they have on the shelf, and if you want something special, they'll build it. They did all my links, everything. I mean, they do nice work. Links, my hubs, my axle shafts, you know, these big front 1580 or whatever, I don't even know what the hell they are, but them things are massive, and definitely love them, and I love the beef. So yes sir, just so you know, or if you have any questions, feel free to message me. These are kind of tricky sometimes. I use a chisel to open it up and get it where it goes on all the way. Pretty close. And now I just have to put this in here. Then I can do the other side. There she goes. Now just do the other side. Now we'll put this side on. Gotta hold your mouth just right. Coming. Get a clamp to hold the other side. Yeah, I just took and did that. Now I should be able to work this on. There she be. Nice and simple. Then I'll tighten these outer ones up and then put the bolts in. Yes, sir. You always want to make sure these are nice and tight. I have seen guys leave them loose and they get stripped out. Could have been me, LOL. Okay, one more thing off the list. Sway bar is installed. Bump stops, rear end. I need to tighten up the links and stuff. And I have to change out the bolts on the front axle. But I'll probably go ahead and get this steering hung up next. I didn't want to open it up so I didn't have to bleed it again. So I just kind of took everything and set it on the ground. It's like wrestling some kind of damn anaconda. Pretty tough stuff. It's heavy, and I might even need Jess's help to lift it up there to hold it, but we'll see. Kind of see what I got going on here. It's all hooked together, so it's pretty tough. Yeah, now you know what I mean. Let me see if I can. Oh. I'm gonna have to hang up some of this other stuff first. Take some of the load off. Oh boy. I'm getting closer. Hang on. Don't disappear on me. It doesn't help that I have some gnarly arthritis too. Okay, I got one in it. These are the ones that I put the flatheads in so that I could bolt this valve right flush to the outside. I'll kind of show you here. Get these tight first. And then I need to find my bolts for this. All right. There's one. Okay. So, tighten them up. And now I got all the weight off of everything. I should be able to start this. That's more better. Well, I thought it was. There's one. These ain't no baby hoses either. These things are made for heavy equipment and stuff. But after my legs got burned from a steering hose blowing up, I don't mess with that junk anymore. We only use this Parker 4000, it's called. So. Okay, got them all started. So that's what you got. Okay, I got her up. Jess isn't here to help me roll this thing, and it's quite a bit of weight. Hopefully it gets over here all right. I'll just have to go a little bit at a time each way. Always fun, huh? Then once I get it in here, I'm probably gonna steam it off, just get all the oil. When we put it together that first time, you know, we had stuff all over it and made a mess and whatnot. So And I didn't get a chance to clean that front axle and stuff. It's all grimy. Things are coming together. Now I just got to see if I can get this side in here. Oh yeah. Get my impact and maybe that'll go in a little friendlier. Look at that. Like it was meant to be. Now, before I actually tighten them, I'm gonna go underneath and put my transfer kit or transmission bolts in. So, that one and this one. And now that I got them started, too nice. My pile's getting smaller now. Let's see if I could wrestle this big sunbuck in there. She's easy to get to right now, so I'm gonna put her in. And we're getting closer. It's nice when you can get on these with the ratchet, especially when you're out there in the field, racing, doing whatever, you gotta change something. But that's another reason why we run these big joints, because they don't usually go bad. They usually just wear everything else out around them. Yeah, that's a 1480. One big mama jama. And we love these yokes that we get from Evan Weller. They're billet. So they got billet caps and 12-point locking nuts. You can see how easy everything is to work on, and you know, when we're building race cars and shit, that's the most important thing, is being able to work on it very easily. Now let's get that rear drive shaft in there. And we'll just give them a little once over with a long wrench. Oh yeah. And what's nice is they're all the same size, none of that. Get a different wrench for everything, you know. There you go. Drive shafts are in. I'm gonna get this engine hoist off of here and then put my front motor mounts on and get the water pump and everything on it. This stinking engine stand or engine lift or whatever you call it, that thing's pretty badass. I never really paid attention to this until I went to pull it out, and when I cranked it out, I got that whole mess level, and I love it. Cheap at Harbor Freight. They got so much stuff over there. So, go pick yourself one up. I love how these front motor mounts turned out. They're just pretty awesome. And we got them both in now. Got the steering pump all on there. Pretty simple because it's just threaded, 2 bolts hold it on. And now that I got the 12-point bolts in there, I won't have to take the pulley off no more to change it. I can go right through the hole. Now that we got all that junk in there, we'll stab this water pump, which is pretty simple. There's a stud down here for the AC, which helps because it lines it all up. And then you just do that. Get the right size socket. Isn't that the handiest little damn thing, that 1/4 inch impact? I love it. Also keeps me from stripping shit. And of course I'll hand snug them just to make sure, but she's there. And then next, the old Premier Power Welder alternator. Can't wait to actually get this thing out and play with it. I haven't used one in years. It's kind of crazy. Oops, I might have to sand a bolt there. Okay, we got that in there. Now, plug right there. Then we'll bring our power cable in. And then next, put the AC compressor back on. I'm pretty sure this is the easiest system I've ever had. Just nice and simple, not overly complicated, and there's nothing special. It's just a bunch of stock ass shit. Might need a shorter socket for that one. Yeah, here's a tool right here. Hand tool. We use the hand tool. Now we'll get the belt on it. I've got quite a bit done. I haven't ate lunch yet. I was waiting for you. Too nice. Bump stops look like they hit the pads nicely. Both sides. So, now let's roll it out and steam her off, and then we'll go eat some lunch. I should have cleaned this front axle up before I put it in there, but the motor needs a rinsing off, so what the hell. Alrighty, she's all cleaned up. I'll let her drip dry and go see what Jess made me for lunch, and then I'll get back to work. All right, radiator's installed. Next, we're gonna put the transmission cooler and then the AC condenser. Well, we got most of it together. The boss is telling me that it's time to quit playing.
I have to make dinner. We have to get to the other house.
Oh boy. But I got quite a bit done. Grills at paint, so we don't have that, but I'll get some of these wires up here tomorrow and whatever else I can, and then I'll start cleaning and get ready to start thinking about some other work that I have till I get my stuff back. And it was nice. We got a nice afternoon shower. It's still kind of sprinkling away, but for the most part, see you tomorrow. Where's my coffee there? She told me to quit fondling her. I said, I got a permit for that. I got a tag for life. Where is my tag at?
Good question. If you don't know where it's at, then I guess you're SOL.
It should be hanging on my bedroom
Here's
wall.
your tag right here.
Yeah.
It says Shannon Campbell was going too fast, and now he has to pay money to the state of Arizona.
Just be happy you don't have to go to driving school.
Oh no, the next time you're going. Maybe if I punish you, then you'll understand what you've done.
Punishment is making me drive 55. That's insane. She's planning our trip to Wisconsin.
To Crandon.
So, yeah, we're gonna have a road trip. Be doing
Maybe. I mean, it'll definitely be a road trip.
She picked up a road atlas, which I already had, but she said, this is a new one. I said, what's new? She goes, all the highways I had were deleted or something.
Yeah, right. The roads that were in his 2000 road atlas have changed a little.
2000, it's like...
This is 2026, and go to your truck and let's see what year that one's from.
I can put a date on mine that says that.
This one got my attention because and who knows, maybe... Actually, it'd be interesting to see if your old one had this in there. It had a bunch of road trips already pre-planned for you. Some like Route 66, roadside eats, and then all these different trips.
I'm pretty sure mine, I bought
3,
it
4,
last
5
year.
days trips. Babe, no, you didn't. It is so ancient. It's actually been living in the cabin. I took it out of the cabin when we traveled to Wisconsin last year.
Oh boy, I'm gonna
All
look
right,
at it.
we'll be right back.
Guess what year it is?
2012.
Come on.
Let me see that sucker.
This is the best year ever.
Does it? Oh, it's from 1981.
No, the year that I met you, 2017. I remember I bought it when I met you when we went on our first little road
so
trip.
he could find his way to me. So let's see if this thing has any road trips planned in it. Looks like
They're all the same. They just changed the date.
we're gonna see best of the road trips. Western, these are gonna be some different road trips. Western Pennsylvania, town and country, Missouri family fun and fine fiddling.
I love the fiddle.
Historic Georgia. So anyway, yeah, we're trying to figure out what route we're gonna take when we go to Wisconsin. Last year we went up through Denver and then continued north through Cheyenne and into South Dakota and then over to Wisconsin, and that was fun. There's so much to see along that route that I really want to keep doing.
And last year was when we started our YouTube channel on that road trip when we went to Wisconsin.
Yes.
We were learning we sucked. We
but
still do.
I really want to do that road trip because I want to do that Iron Mountain Road that's up there in South Dakota, but I think we're going to save that for another time when we don't have the dually and a trailer and the race car.
Yeah, we just needed the Jeep.
Yeah, right. Something we can kind of zip through that road on. So you guys have any ideas for on our way to Wisconsin? We're open, so send us some ideas.
And the favorite part of my mornings, Mrs. Campbell.
I thought you already had the favorite part of your morning.
Is that your workout fit for the day?
Yeah. Underneath some jeans.
Well, bring that workout fit downstairs for me. I'll get a lot more done, you know what I mean? Getting most everything back on here. I'll have that table cleaned off here before you know it. And on to something different. I just love how this fits in here. Old Mrs. C's out here working on her ride. You gotta just love a girl that does everything. She said she's gonna change her fuel filter later.
Yeah, can you get me one though?
Yep, I'll get you one. I'll call Paul over at AutoZone.
Yeah,
He'll deliver one.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't want to go to the store.
She's the best.
Woo!
Gardener, mom, hot ass wife. Don't be drinking that shit.
Emerald, do you want to go see Grandpa? Wait. You got to put your shoe on. You want to go see Grandpa? Get your shoe. Get your shoe and we'll go see him. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Lunch
fun.
with the grandbaby
Yeah, it's
and
fun.
the queen. All right, I've done pretty much everything I can do on the ride until I get the tub back. And I got some work coming in this weekend, and this is a disaster because I just keep throwing stuff in there and it's not very organized. So I'm gonna take some of this rusty crap that I have here and try and make some smaller mounts underneath here that hang off, and where I can get some of this up where it's a little more organized. Yeah, I'm not liking this program. Well, this is my first little piece, and I'm gonna take it. Ooh, it's a little bit warm. Holy shit. Clean this out down here. I just need some shorter spans, and then the other pieces I'll put this way. And I'm thinking about maybe making some little rectangle metal boxes where I can stand the real short pieces up in. I used to just throw this shit away, but it's gotten so expensive that I can't afford to throw anything away anymore. So I'm gonna use these magnets to stick this up here. And I've already cut an angle on these and put it together, so let's see how she looks. Not bad for some rusted old redneck stuff. This is just stuff I had laying around, and it doesn't need to be very heavy just to hold all my little junk. This is what I mean by little junk. Lots of crap. I've had Donnie, every time he comes up, reorganize it, but it just keeps getting piled up and covered up where you can't even see what you have, and I just keep cutting bigger lengths and stuff because it's buried so hard I don't want to dig it out. Well, that's a lot cleaner. I got 3 racks in there. I might add some more later, but for now, at least I can see what I have. Tomorrow I'm gonna start throwing some more shit away, do a little bit more organizing. And we got in the car to head to the other house, and It is covered in ash. There's a fire not too far away. And it's pretty gloomy out. Very gloomy and smoky. Home, James. Not sure if you guys can see how bad it is. It's pretty crazy. Man, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier. It is so gloomy. I don't think I've ever seen it this bad from a fire. Breakfast. And then we're gonna go back to cleaning. Oh, you want more Cheerios? Yeah, I remember when we were kids. That was all we did, play on the equipment.
Go for it.
Let me see you drive. Oh yeah.
Oh, now
Can't wait till you're old enough to help me.
The key.
Oh yeah. It won't take her long to figure out how to start it. Today has been nothing but cleaning shop and stuff. Got Jess's car all cleaned up, and of course, as soon as I did, it's raining. But now I'm up at Eddie's Country Store. Gonna get us a nice steak or something she's gonna make us for dinner. Get back to the house. My beautiful wife is making me some goodies.
Yeah.
Carrots, jalapenos, and a potato, and filet for later. Thank you for making me dinner, dear.
You're welcome.
Filet, carrots, baked potato, whatever them things are, mushrooms. Saturday morning, we're going to take the fuel tank apart today, and I'm gonna go ahead and fix them leaks. And I got some check valves that I have to put in. I'll show you them. I forgot to put them in, so what it is it's an inline check valve. When I'm using this pump, it checks the other one so that it can't flow through there. But I got them, and I'm gonna get them in there, and we got the skid plate hung on there because the tank sets in from the top. Got the LM1 badge on the differential that I haven't done, so yep, everything's coming together. Just loving this thing. Not much left to do other than wait for the body. I'm going to get these seat belts where they're all perfect length, and then I'm gonna have this sewn on there where it needs to be so I can get rid of the buckle. Then it'll be nice and clean where it goes on here. So yeah, trying to keep everything nice and simple. Got these winch tubes, they look good in there. Everything follows the winch perfectly, you can see right here. And it also helps when you're mounting it, you know, you can set it on there and then lift it up and whatnot, but usually I just put this side on first and then stab it, and works out pretty good. I got this out. Here's the valve that I use. It's a special valve that Earl's makes, and you want to make sure you can suck in. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread that right into that pump and then hook this 90 on here, and that should fit in the tank. So hopefully that's a number 10. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it is. Jess is upset because her lights are falling down out there. She thinks the squirrels are eating. What?
I think they're eating the...
Eating your lights?
No, they're eating the branches they're attached to.
Oh, I think it's the wind. They just cheap lights and they broke.
Well, then, it wasn't windy yesterday.
So we're lucky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna steal this O-ring and I'm gonna put it right on here. I need to get a pick though. Okay, so get this O-ring off of here and make sure. So what this does is when it's threaded on here, fuel can't come back in this way. It can only go that way. So that's how it checks. So I'm gonna put my O-ring on here and I'm gonna thread this on here like so. And naturally I'm gonna need a bigger crescent. These ones are my favorite. They go super big, but they're not big. Whoopsies. Make sure that's nice and tight. I'll get my fitting back on here. Yes.
I think they're chewing the wires.
Building their nest. It's because you don't feed them enough. So we'll get this one off now. Pull this fitting.
Take those down and put some new stuff up.
I gotta hang new lights because you don't feed your squirrels enough and they ate your wires. I think the wires just broke from the wind, dear. Yes. So now I'm gonna get this O-ring off of here while she's feeding her squirrels. Okay, make sure we get the right side, and it says hinge on it, so I just need to make it the same. And I hope that this fits. I hope it's not too tall, which it shouldn't be, but better double check it. Oh yeah, we're plenty because we got 16. Oh wait, no, 14. Oh yeah, we got plenty. Thank goodness. I would start crying because then I'd have to order more junk and whatnot, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna have to swivel this other one just a little bit. There we go. That actually works pretty good, just holding it like that together. There's nice and tight. Okay, then the next order of crap I gotta do, this hole here, I stripped it out. So what I think I'm gonna do is just put this back down with a new gasket, and then I'll pull this pump out right here, and I'll reach in there and put a nut on the backside. I think that's gonna be my quick fix. After further inspection, I think this gasket is fine. I figured they were a little thicker. This is a new one, but and I don't feel like it was leaking here. All these around the pumps were loose because I didn't get them torqued properly. And I feel like that was my biggest issue. So we will reuse it. It's easy enough to pull off, so we'll see how it goes, and if I need to, whoops. This would be the only thing nice about using a new pump or a new gasket, but once I get that aligned, it'll be fine. Okay, I got the pump out. This is the bolt that's stripped, which luckily I can reach from under here, but I don't have a 1/4-inch fine thread nut. I don't use fine thread on anything. I do have a miscellaneous box that has some fine thread stuff in it, but I need to go get a nut, so I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store. So we hung these cheap lights up. We got them on Amazon from the wedding, but you can see it's just from the wind blowing. They're 2 years old now probably, and they just, the flex breaks. They need to probably be hanging on a cable, but yeah, we're gonna have to either take them down or do some kind of jerry-rigging patch on them. Jess is working on trying to save her orchid that Mike Palmer got her at the Hammers.
Well, it's still living. It's completely fine. I just want to work on making it as healthy as possible so it'll bloom again.
Kind of like me, like when you feed me, you're trying to make me healthy as possible.
That's right. All right, let's go get whatever you
I was walking by and I said, oh look, Jess, there's you a tote. You could fit your whole family in that thing.
No, I could get a couple of these for like Christmas stuff.
I guess, and then we could just leave them outside.
Yeah, on the back area.
Put them out in the junkyard somewhere.
Look it. It's even advertising to fit a skeleton in it. Is that like a human skeleton or kind of weird?
Dig a hole in the backyard. It could be like a bunker. Okay, I got my nut in there. Now, just gotta bolt it back together and make sure everything's tight this time, and she'll be good. And then I just put my regulator back in. And then I got this massive crescent. And I like to thread that right into the top of the tank. I just got a little nipple in there. It just keeps it clean, and I didn't have to have a mount for it or anything. So nice and simple. So now I'm fitting Jess in here so that I can have all the excess sewn so I can get rid of them buckles. So I was just trying to get the length perfect where the padding is right on her. What?
I have to
Let them breathe.
wear it like this.
Alrighty. Well, that's all I needed just so I can measure it. So, get out of my seat.
Oh, is that right?
Okay, next project. So I was going to weld these in the chassis like the race car. They're just visors, and usually what I'll do is I'll make these a little longer. And I was gonna I had a little vanity mirror for Jess that lit up, like battery powered. But I put such good lights in here and stuff that now I am going to use these because I like these better for rear view mirrors. And then they just literally hose clamp on to the tube. So then she can see behind, or if I'm riding over there, I can see behind. These work very well for rear view mirrors. And if I put them other visors and I put a big mirror in the middle, it would hit the visors. And I just said, you know what? Axia makes very nice mirrors and stuff. We use them on the race car. and it's got a visor built into it. It's all nice and billet aluminum. So this is what I'm gonna do. And then that light will work, and she can use this for a vanity mirror. It will work just fine. So I've taken a piece of tubing and I actually put it on the mirror to get my length, because I don't want all this excess on here. So I just trim it, and then I kind of nip the corners off like that. And then I'll stick it back on here just to kind of shape the hose clamp like I want. So I know that's gonna be facing that way, like that. And then this will shape the hose clamp so it sits right on top where you don't really notice it. So I just tighten it so it gives it that shape, and then I install it. I haven't even got today's project started or done yet, and Jess already sent me a new one that she wants, and it's basically like the seat out of the Jeep on a metal rocker. And it is a good idea, I think, because the back seat won't be in it all the time, or not very often anyway. But I can make a little framework for it, and this will be a way to store it, just like what she sent me. I really like Axia's mirrors. They're very nice, and got this visor that's tinted, so that'll fold up out of the way. But very sweet. Now we just gotta see what Jess thinks. Well, I got them on there, and after getting them on, you see how you can see the lines in the hose clamp on this one? This was a size 56, and these were 32s. I'm gonna get a few more of them, that way it doesn't look like a hose clamp, it just looks like a strap. So it'll be a little cleaner, but they mounted up very nice. I gotta tighten them and stuff, but. Hey dear.
Yeah.
Come check out your mirrors and see if you like them.
Okay, hang on, I got some ice.
Since I didn't get your vanity mirrors, but we got plenty of light in here, I think. Sit on that side.
The other side?
Yeah, that's your side, right? Not really. Yeah. Is your butt hurt?
Yeah, I have some ice right here. I was putting on it. Okay.
I have to tighten them still, I just haven't.
Looks good though.
Does it work good?
Yeah, I mean, can I pull on them?
Yeah, you can move it to where you want.
When you said you have to tighten it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll work good enough.
So this right here all lights up.
It's awfully narrow to put makeup on in, but
Oh boy.
I need it to be like both of these together.
So you're saying I'm gonna have to hang a visor up here now with a vanity mirror?
I'm not gonna put my makeup on sitting in the car anyway.
All right,
It
well
looks
check
good.
out your visor. Bend it down.
Where's the naked picture of you?
That's only in my car. That's, yeah.
Uh-huh.
There will be none of that.
Oh yeah, well if this is my side, you're gonna flip it down, there's gonna be Shannon naked running through a field of flowers.
Yeah, whatever. That's what's on my race
How
car.
nice that
So.
this flips down so easy too, unlike in the race car where I have to fight with it all the time.
Well, see, because that's so it doesn't fall down while you're racing.
I know. Looks good.
And I had to pick up a 90-degree fitting for my air tank chuck here. It's nice having onboard air just where you can plug in and get to it very simply. So, got one on this side and one on that side. And then I use that ARB compressor to charge it. So while I'm waiting for my other job to show up, I'm just cutting bolts to get full shoulder in here. You can kind of see I usually cut them off and make sure that the shoulder is full depth. And next I'm going to drill a little hole in here. I'm just doing tedious things, something to hold that. And then I'll zip tie this all up so it's nice. Nice and simple, it's tucked in good. I want her job. Out there inspecting the trees and doing yard work, LOL. Yeah, that's the kind of job I need. Less stress. Not that my job's stressful. These guns are very handy. I love them. Looks pretty good. All nice and looped out. Tied up. I think I've done enough work for Saturday. I got the Land Cruiser out. We're gonna go to the sheriff's posse, or sheriff's annual barbecue. It's like a fundraiser for the sheriff department, and yeah, it's time to clean up. Travis finally
made it.
Yeah, what's happening, man?
What's happening?
So he brought this truck over here to us. We're gonna build a console, is it, Travis?
Yeah.
And you want to tie it up into the dash?
Yeah.
It's a clean ass truck. I haven't seen a sleeper in years. I used to have one in high school. It worked out good for me. For dates. So we're just gonna come back up against this deal here. Very clean truck.
So
Is this your truck, Travis?
No, it's my brother's.
Your brother's?
Yeah. What I'm thinking is putting an iPad like this
Yeah. Okay.
in there, and that's gonna be basically the music holder. And if we could just wrap it in aluminum, maybe put a couple cup holders here,
Yeah.
maybe put a trim bezel ring around the iPad that, you know, we link up with rivets or connect it from the back. Maybe it's hidden.
Yeah.
And then I don't care if we cover this up or this up, if you wanted to go all the way up to here, or if you just wanted to go to the bottom.
So you want to cover up the ashtray?
Whatever you think would look better.
Because if we taper it out, we'd have to taper it out, looks like, to get that covered up.
Yeah. If
Or would you want to go to the bottom and keep that useful?
Yeah, if you think it would look better going to the bottom, that's fine. But if you think it would look better covering it up,
Okay.
we could cover
I'll
it
play
up.
with it and I'll just start going. And how do you want to attach it? You just kind of want to
Yeah. Basically that way.
screw it to the floor, like where you can't see it or something?
Yep.
Okay. Well, she's a clean ride. And it's got was it Cummins in it?
Yeah, Cummins.
Pretty sweet. So yeah, we're gonna build a console for this. All right. The Cummins. It's like some old school stuff. Got a sleeper on it, and got some speaker boxes back in the sleeper and stuff. That data mine.
Oh, and it is raining.
Yeah, that's why we're taking the Jeep. Here's the orchard for the sheriff's deal.
Coffee.
I like your boots, dear.
Yeah.
This is the line, quite a big one. Yeah, he had to check Jess's purse to make sure she didn't have nothing in her.
But all I had was an umbrella, guys.
Yeah.
No, the ones with lines are theirs.
I'm like, you got two of them.
We got service.
Silly.
Thank you.
Service with a smile. Thanks.
Rain, tears in my eyes, don't need this pain. Flatter yourself.
All of our friends.
Hi. Guys, I'm famous.
Bro, I'm not kidding you.
I'll just give him my card. He can bring me a
Personal
drink.
trainer. I have weights upside down.
Yeah,
If
look
anyone
at
goes like
her.
that.
Yeah. He's personal, all right. What's up?
We're married. Going down slow.